600 meters deep inside an active volcano. I was the very first person on the planet to ever go there. Imagine, the lava is 1200 degrees hot. The volcano spits its deathly fountains 20 meters above my head. The earth is shaking like jelly, and the sight is leaving me completely breathless. More breathless than I already am, breathing through a gas mask. Does that seem scary to you? Yes, it is. But this is why I spent so many years dreaming of it and not actually doing it. What seems like an absolute apocalypse to most, to me, it's my dream come true. On the day the video was taken, it did not feel scary at all, like a walk in a park. The elements were under control as much as they ever could be, and I trusted myself and my partner that we would be able to get back up alive. We did. That's why I'm here. Back to the start. One of my first words was why. I was always curious and never accepted a no. Truly the child you do not want to have. I always tested my limits, and soon I realized that there were none. If I did not know an answer, I just had to find it myself. If I did not know how to do something, I learned how to do it. So I started to dream big, inspired by my books. One of my favorite ones was from Jules Verne, The Journey to the Center of the Earth. Ever since then, all I wanted to do is to go down an active volcano myself. First, my curiosity did not lead me to a volcano, but to discover a fossil at the age of 15. I worked 3 years on the 280 million year old fossil. I reconstructed it, and with 18, I won the biggest science competition in Germany with my results. But I did not care about the prestige. All I cared was the money. Because like this, I could finance my first expedition, of course, to an active volcano. It was quite dangerous, I have to admit. I soon realized that I did not know anything about volcanoes. But coincidence has helped me because I met a team of volcanologists who were researching a volcano in Vanuatu in the South Pacific. So I asked if I can join the expedition as a cook. But guess what? I did not know how to cook. It took me some persuading that they actually did not throw me down in the fire pit. I think I would have ended up down there much sooner than I actually wanted. I realized that all I could do is to dream of going down to the volcano. I had no idea of volcanoes, no idea of poisonous gases, of lava bombs, of upseiling or coming back up, or of the local traditions to access the volcano. What to do? Break your dream down in small steps. For me, it was easy and obvious. I needed to learn not only going down, but also coming up. So I started rock climbing. I didn't know anything about volcanoes, so I studied them. I actually got a degree in natural resource management from an Australian university, so I could be close to the volcanoes in the South Pacific. I learned the local language from there, so I could communicate with the locals. I have several children named after me now, and my son also has many custom names. To observe my volcano over time, I started photo expeditions with clients, so I could go to the volcano several times a year and study it. I also worked as a film fixer and documentary maker, so I could always go back. This happened over the course of 10 years, so very long time. Sometimes I tried to go down, but I always failed. I did not have enough rope skills. So I asked Basti, a German rock climbing instructor, studied geologist, and a volcano lover like me, to help me. But nobody wanted to give us money. Everybody thought we were crazy. They did not want to fund our trip to hell and hopefully back. So I took my dream money. Over the years, I got used to allocate around 10% for my dreams. Money, but also time. How to realize your dream if you don't have the time to think about them or the money to pay for it. So we took that dream money and traveled to the South Pacific. When Basti first stood at the crater rim looking at the lava lake, he proposed to me. He asked me if I can marry him. Well, I didn't say no, otherwise I might have ended up in the lava lake. You don't have to get married to realize your dreams. but it helps to have a strong, encouraging, positive partner on your side and to form a team with people who are like-minded. Basically, people who don't think that you're crazy, but you think that you're cool. With people who will argue in life-threatening situations, who would be safe first because nobody wants to live without the other one. Quite extreme, I have to admit, but this is exactly what has happened to Basti and myself during our first attempt of upseiling. After waiting for 4 weeks in Vanuatu for good weather, we ran out of time, but we wanted to try our luck anyways. We were 300 meters down inside the active volcano when the rain hits. You think a bit of rain doesn't matter? But not if you need to wear gas masks, which stops when getting wet. Not if you upseil in a gully, which becomes a waterfall. The water also brought rocks of the size of cars, like really, really huge, and they were threatening to cut our rope. We did not have enough money to pay for a second rope, but we actually realized that even before the water, that one rope is not the best idea we had in our lives. Because in the volcano there are fumer rods everywhere. It's like vents with hot steam, and they were threatening to melt our ropes. It's over 100 degrees hot. Oh, and if this is not enough danger for you, when the rain falls through the volcanic gases above a volcano, it becomes acid rain. And do you know how long a rope can last in acid rain? We didn't know, but we also did not want to find out. It took us more than 8 hours to climb back to safety. It was very sad to fail, but I was very happy to be back alive. Most people would have abandoned at this point, right? If your dream is big enough and important enough to you, you will keep on pushing. So I did. And I actually realized the true meaning of the German translation for passion, Leidenschaft. It means creation through suffering. To realize your dream might be the hardest thing you'll ever do in your life, but it won't feel this way because it is your true passion. Do you know your true passion? Do you know that feeling of like goosebumps and knowing deep inside you that this is something for you, something you really want to do? That feeling of energy, almost like a sexual attraction. I believe that we will instantly know when passion hits. If we take time to listen, your passion will find you, but often we're way too busy to realize when it's there. And without passion, you won't be able to realize your dream, because it takes Leidenschaft, a lot of suffering to make it happen. Only if you find your passion, you can achieve your dreams. I certainly found my passion, and I did not abandon my dream. On the year of the missed attempt, 1 year after the missed attempt, we're back at the volcano. I might sound like an adrenaline junkie, but I'm not. I never parachuted, I never bungee jumped, I never even took a roller coaster, and I'm also afraid of taking the subway in my hometown Munich at night. Never did it. Too scary. Really. I'm afraid of risks I can't calculate. Drunken people, other people driving. In a volcano, I have much more control over things. I just have to wait long enough for the weather to be good. To overcome my fears, I have to know as much as I can about a certain situation to be prepared as well as I can possibly be. And then, it's also important to know what can go wrong and to accept it. It sounds crazy, but I truly believe that a short life well lived with very many intense moments, it's better than a long life not lived. My father has committed suicide when I was 15, and ever since then, I try to understand why he did it. Why was he not happy with his life? Did he have no passion, no more dreams? I certainly don't want to die before realizing my dreams. But when it happens whilst living them, it happens. But at last, I have done everything to prevent that from happening. So back to the Vanuatu, to the volcano. This time we did not only bring one rope, but also a second and a third one. We brought a gas meter to measure poisonous gases. We found a way to extend our time inside the volcano and decided to establish an advanced base camp inside the crater. Also, we brought more time to observe the volcano better, to wait for good weather and the perfect moment. After weeks of waiting, finally it was there. All conditions were right. Basti and myself, we decided that's it. It felt right. We finally managed to upside down. 600 meters inside an active volcano took place on our planet where nobody else has been before. We took scientific measurements to better understand this volcano and to eventually be able to predict eruptions. We took a 0H sample of the fresh hot lava. We took photographs, we took videos, we wanted to document what's there. We worked as a team, the great team we always are. Time flew by. I did not realize that this was actually the moment my dream became reality. In the end, I took 10 minutes to write in my journal. And it was only in the safety of the base camp when I read my journal that I realized what we have achieved. Looking into the lava lake is the most exciting thing I've ever done in my life. It's looking like in the heart of the earth. I am a tiny spot amidst that gigantic force of nature. Here, all my questions about the purpose of life are answered. They don't matter. I am too small for my big questions, not even a speck in the universe. But still, I'm allowed to be here. And quietly, I thank the volcano and its surrounding magic that I am allowed to live my dreams. No matter what your dream is, you can achieve anything if you find your passion. Don't dream it, do it. Thank you.